Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us here today. And as we continue to keep the Ukrainian people in our thoughts and prayers, this is the first opportunity we've had for our staff and the Tanger Center. They have the opportunity in public to introduce our new city manager. So I'd like to take the advantage of the opportunity to give him a true Greensboro welcome. Please welcome our new city manager, Tai Jaioba. Welcome to the Corey family, Grandview Room, at the Steven Tanger Center for the Performing Arts. We hope that you've enjoyed another great meal from our partners at Spectra Food Services, their GM, Andy Juska, and our executive chef, Walter Ellerby. Thank you, Andy and Walter. For those of you who have not had the opportunity to enjoy a pre-show dining experience here at the Corey family Grandview Room, it is just one of 3 third-floor pre-functionary spaces at the Tanger Center, along with the Lee and Wrangler Lounge behind me and the Brady Suite. Almost 3 years ago, we gathered right below us on 1A Brenner Place to announce the inaugural Broadway season of the Tanger Center before construction of the Tanger Center was even completed. The Tanger Center's inaugural season of Broadway would go on to set a national theater industry record for a new performing arts center with 17,414 Broadway season subscribers. An extraordinary achievement for the Tanger Center, our great staff, and an incredible show of support from our community, and we thank the entire Piedmont Triad region for their support. On Sunday, we just completed a record-setting, sold-out 2-week run of Disney's The Lion King, grossing over $3.6 million at the box office and entertained over 46,000 theatergoers during 16 sold-out performances. And the amazing success and support continues next month as the Tanger Center hosts the 3-week run of the Broadway blockbuster Hamilton in April, followed by the finale of our inaugural Broadway season, Mean Girls, in September. Today, in addition to unveiling an incredible lineup of our Broadway shows for 2022-23, we are also very excited to announce the Tanger Center's second season Broadway sponsor, our new title Broadway sponsor, First Bank. On behalf of our Broadway partners, Nederlander and PFM, we are greatly appreciative and thank First Bank for not just their sponsorship, but their commitment to the Tanger Center. So thank you again. And now, to introduce the First Bank Broadway season for 2023 at the Tanger Center, please welcome Greensboro Mayor Nancy Vaughn.
Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to be here. I think the amazing statistics that Matt just read shows how hungry our area was for this type of entertainment. It is just so wonderful to have been a part of this. And I do want to recognize two of my city council colleagues, Nancy Hoffman and Tammy Thurm, and they have been big supporters of this project from the beginning. I would like to now unveil this video, something that everybody has been waiting for today. So without further ado, What an amazing lineup we're going to have for our second season. Pretty Woman, Jagged Little Pill, Cats, The Book of Mormon, Ain't Too Proud, Beetlejuice, and Frozen. Now, how many here are season ticket holders? That is great. You'll have an opportunity to get your tickets first, but make sure if you've got friends who feel like they've been missing out, because they have been missing out, that they get in line really fast, because we did have the largest opening for any performing arts center this year, and that was even being impacted by COVID. So you can imagine what the next year is going to be like. I want to thank Matt and his staff for the amazing job that they do every day in the Tanger Center and the Coliseum complex, and I want to thank all of you, our donors and supporters, because without you, this wouldn't have been possible. You know, 10 years ago, Walker, you'll know, people said this will never happen. And it didn't happen easily, but it happened. We're here. And I'll tell you, the very first performance that I went to literally brought tears to my eyes, because everything that we promised happened. So I want to say thank you to all of you for making that happen, and for us having one of the premier spaces in the entire country. When we talk about economic development, the Tanger Center is economic development. People come here, people visit here because of this wonderful facility. So thank you all. On behalf of the City of Greensboro, I would like to recognize First Bank for their support on behalf of the Tanger Center for the Performing Arts. And I would now like to introduce First Bank's Chief Banking Officer, Adam Curry. And Adam, if you come up, I'd like to... On behalf of the Tanger Center, this is a small token of our appreciation for your support.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This looks great. Have a new decoration for our branch downtown. Thank you all. Thanks for being here today. We are so proud to be a part of this. Our bank is almost 100 years old. We have been a long-time community supporter in North Carolina, but we've been a long-time kind of sleepy little bank. And about 10 years old, I want to say 10 years ago, we kind of woke up, and we've had some pretty significant growth since then. Almost 5 years ago, we made an enormous investment in this community and moved our bank here in a major way. Since then, we have been hiring people. We've been bringing jobs here. We brought our operations center here, our data center here, our IT here, our human resources here, and continued to hire as many people as you know. We're looking. When we were a smaller community bank in North Carolina, it was always a part of who we were to invest in our communities, to give back to our communities. This growth that we've experienced, we don't want to forget that, and we haven't forgotten about who we are and our roots. The great news is now we can do it on a much bigger scale. This is the largest single investment we as a bank have ever made in a community. We're making it in Greensboro and want to be a part of this because we want to be able to bring Broadway to Greensboro. So we're very happy to be able to be a part of this, but we're also very happy to support the arts and provide the community of Greensboro with this incredible lineup. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Adam. And we'd also like to, we look forward to working with you and your staff, so we're glad to have met all of them. And we'd also like to express, if you would, please, to your chairman, Richard Moore, and to your CEO, Michael Mayer, for their support as well. We look forward to working with First Bank. I also want to recognize the Greensboro Convention Visitors Bureau and their board and President Henry Fournier for their continued support of the Tanger Center, and to all of our Tanger Center building sponsors, Schiffman's for their great Ring of Lights, Brady Services, the Corey Corporation, Contour and Scott Baxter, Lee Jeans, Wrangler Jeans, Pepsi, Brian and Wendy Hall of Graphic Visual Solutions, who originally funded the outdoor marquee, our theater video board sponsors and producers of our playbill, Our State Magazine, and our newest sponsor, Flow Automotive. I hope you'll please join with me in recognizing and thanking our Tanger Center Broadway Partnership Marketing Director, Jenny Lanning, and for her extraordinary job, and for Jenny and her staff, Lauren Hill, Jessa Aguirre, and Jack Wilson, and our own Coliseum Deputy Director, Scott Johnson, for their outstanding and phenomenal job promoting the Broadway series over this first year. Thank you to all of them for their efforts. Bringing an amazing lineup of shows to Greensboro and to the Tanger Center each year would not be possible without our Broadway partners, Nederlander and PFM. I would now like to welcome and introduce our final speaker. Representing Nederlander and PFM is the president of PFM, Lynn Singleton.
So as a history major, I learned a long time ago all history is biography. And so 42 years ago, I met Matt Brown when I was running a Civic Center complex down in Monroe, Louisiana. And he was working for a national management company, a name which will remain nameless, running around the world. And who would know, about 37 years later, he would invite me up to Greensboro, and I met with him, and I met with Walker, and they started telling me about this building they're going to build, 3,000 seats, and I was representing our partnership, the Nederlanders, president of PFM, and the Nederlanders, for those who you probably know, operate 17 of the largest theaters in the city of New York, and they have 4 or 5 theaters in Chicago, LA, and London. So I was representing that partnership, and they start talking about this building they're going to build, and I asked to see the consultant report, and I wondered what Walker's smoking, and the consultant report said, AMS, and usually when you hire a consultant, you pay them to give you the answers you want. And the consultant report said that the Broadway series in this market could handle 6 shows a year, 5 of them being on a weekend, so 5 show performances on the weekend, and maybe 1 or 2 a week long. And that was in 2017-18. So you really played above your weight. So now my partner, executive vice president of the Nederlanders, is a tall Greek guy named Nick Scandalius, and Nick is not risk adverse in any way, shape, or form. So we got Nick on a plane, brought him down here. Matt did the shake and bake show, and convinced Nick to come to town. And then Nick said, if it doesn't work, it's on you. And so we went to work, and our reality has exceeded our dream. I mean, it's beyond belief. This market has responded. Of course, given the events of the world, a lot of bumps in the road. But we got there. You have a great staff. I laugh because once a week, I think we do a 2 o'clock Greensboro marketing call, and Jenny tees it up. And of course, Jenny's like into details. And I've discovered I'm Jenny Xanax. I'm like, it'll be fine. Hamilton's a long ways away. At the end of the day, you run those. I mean, I tell people, at the end of the day, it's all about what's the show, where are my seats, where do I eat, and where do I park? I wish it was more complicated. And Hamilton is bulletproof, and you'll do great for 3 weeks, and we'll segue into next year. But thank you for all the things that are happening here and are going to happen.
Thanks again, Lynn, for being with us here today. Since opening just 6 months ago in September, the Tanger Center has hosted a diverse lineup of entertainment of 153 events, drawing 276,698 patrons to downtown Greensboro. We can't wait to build on that success and the incredible lineup of the shows for 2022 and 23, the First Bank Broadway season. So thank you all for coming. Our speakers will be available for one-on-ones with the media and interviews in our Lee Wrangler Lounge behind me. So again, thank you, and please drive safely.